What's up, folks? Hey, it's Brian, and we're doing the final on the Deformed build. We did the Sherman tank that we got from our good friend Frizzo. He sent this as a nice little thank you for helping him out with some parts that he was missing for a particular Camaro build that he's working on. And we were very, very happy to help him out. And as a thank you, he sent us this awesome little kit, and I just had an absolute blast with it. I've been working on it ever since the beginning of the month. And I'm not even sure what today's date is, so let's just tell you what we came up with. And it is a coin-operated ride. That's right, something we would see like out in front of the Safeway or something like that. I remember seeing these things when I was a kid and thinking, who the hell would want to ride in one of those things? And then for a short time, we were taking care of a niece when I lived up in Oregon, and she absolutely loved these things. So every time we went to the grocery store, we had her with us. We had to have a pocket full of quarters just for these stupid little things. So what did we do? Well, we actually painted this thing the grossest color green we could find, which was part green. We had that in stash. We painted the tip of the gun barrels orange for safety because, you know, safety. We put this on a little wooden box here that we got from Hobby. We got it from Hobby Lobby. $2 for this little chest thing, and we just spray painted it gloss black. We did a Mod Podge on it first to give it kind of like the look that somebody would have been slathering on, you know, like layers of enamel paint, stuff like that. So it has a little bit of a paintbrushy texture on there on purpose this time. And then we printed out some little decals and stuff that, well, not really decals. We just did some screen captures of some clip art, and then cut it all out with a hobby knife and then Mod Podged them in place. This guy down here is the cutest damn thing I've ever seen. That is just awesome. But over here on this side, we have a little box where you would have the start and stop buttons. You know, you start it with the black button and mash the red button when the kid starts to throw up or whatever. And then down here is the coin slot with the return handle and the little return drawer for the coin to come through. And then we see that we have all over the thing the marking of the Kid World chewing gum. So we have chewing gum all over the thing. We have a little bit of graffiti here and there. We'll give you a close-up on that in just a second. But let's go around. So it's a little wiggly, and we see there's a little handle right here, and we'll show you why that's there in a second. But look at all this. This is cool. I had a lot of fun doing this. All these decals came with the thing. Oh, looks like little BG was there. And hope he doesn't do that to all my model kits. And yeah, we had a lot of fun doing this. I've already shared this with Tommy, Colonel Reb, and I think Mr. Mac. We were chatting along yesterday and stuff like that. So we wanted to do something more than just put this on the base and say it was a coin-operated machine. So we did a little bit of engineering, and we have a nice little crank handle that gives us some motion. Look at that. Yeah, that kid's going to throw up no time flat. So most of my time was taken up with doing the engineering on the crank handle, and I mean, I even drew out plans. Here's some preliminary stuff, and then I went with just a bent piece of wire, kind of like this type of thing here. And I'm no artist, of course, but yeah, I was working out monkey motion stuff, and originally we wanted to have a pin go between the two axles in the back of the tank there, but as it turned out, because we're doing this type of motion here, it's a reciprocating motion, we needed to have a pivot at the top also. So it was a very simple matter of putting in a piece of styrene tubing, and then we put in a coupler because we weren't sure how long we'd have to go, drilling a hole in the back of the tank, and then drilling a hole in the piece of tubing at the top, and then just linking it all together, and then we just hot glued it. And I tell you what, guys, hot glue, that stuff sticks to wood. Holy crap! I had to pull some off earlier in the build, and wow, that was a pain in the neck. But we just hot glued a couple little springs that we had actually found in the garage and stuck. I hope we don't need them for anything else. Stuck those underneath there, glued it in place. So now it's kind of a bobbly type of thing. And then we just have literally a paper clip bent in a couple of U-shapes in place there with a piece of tubing going over the top of it to hold it in place and everything. It's kind of glued shut now, so it doesn't pop open or whatever. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to do. I love these type of builds where we can just get creative and do stuff. And our chewing gum is made up of milliput. And if you're not familiar with that, here is what we used. Milliput. This is a two-part epoxy putty that you just mix together. I had so much of this left over after doing those little tiny gum things that I started messing around with it and goofing around with it stuff. But this is a super fine white, which is rather ironic because that's the name I used to dance under when I was going to school. But I had so much fun doing this thing. And it had a smoother motion until I had painted the styrene rod that's coming out of there. So it's a little sticky. Unfortunately, I guess I didn't get that little opening that we cut in the top of the box there as good as we could. But we have Hotty Toddy Y'all, that's from Mr. Colonel Reb. And then back around the back here we have Papa Dan is the man. There we go. And I know that decal's in the wrong spot, but I had already written Colonel Reb's slogan over there. And then over here we have Little BG was here. And then in front we have Jeff Hart's Patty. Aww. Glad he spelled his name right. Okay, cool. So there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Well, what do I say here? I enjoyed the build. I hope you guys think it's pretty cool. And there are still folks out there working on their builds. I've been following along as best I can, and y'all are kicking it in the pants. So good job, everybody. We'll talk to you a little bit later on. Bye now.